how good the Lord is. Blessings to you. Thankful that you're able to join us today. I'm sure you've been reading through 2 Corinthians chapter 8 and 9 as we shared with you the other day. So I pray that you're engaging this text as we are on our summer sabbatical, reading, resting, and reflecting. And I want you to go with me as we kind of work through 2 Corinthians 8, 2 Corinthians 9 throughout this sabbatical. I want to read a couple of verses from 2 Corinthians 8. It says, "Now, brethren, wish to make known to you the grace of God, which has been given in the churches of Macedonia, that in a great ordeal of affliction their abundance of joy and their deep poverty overflowed in the wealth of their liberality." So this year is the year of generosity for us. We've been transformed through generosity, and we want to be generous to God, generous to others, and generous to ourselves. So Paul writes this passage to the Corinthian believers to remind them of what they committed to do. It's been some time and they had committed to give an offering to the Jerusalem church. Jerusalem church has financial burden and challenge that they are faced with. And Paul writes this to remind them, and he uses the Macedonian church as a model for them to see that God's grace has been extended in their life. And I want to remind you that generosity is rooted in grace. It's not about what we have. It's not about how great we are, how much physical money we have, but it's about the grace of God. And I'm going to be unpacking this over the next few days. So I want you to think about this, and I want you to reflect on this. How much grace can you look over your life and reflect on that God has extended to you that all calls you and prompt you to be a generous person, generous to God, generous to others, and generous to yourself? So I want you to reflect on verses 1 and 2. And in verses 1 and 2, we see Macedonian churches who are facing abject poverty themselves. But because of this, they still have a desire and a passion to be a part of it. So reflect on God's grace in your life and how God's grace ought to prompt you to be generous. We'll go back into verses 1 and 2 on tomorrow and move forward and go further in the text in the days to come. But I want you to reflect again on how much God's grace has been at work in your life and how much it ought to make you be a generous person. God bless you. I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it.